News just coming in. More proof is now emerging of how Rana Ayyub stashed charity funds. Ketto warned Rana Ayyub against stashing charity funds is what we are learning. Let's go across to Shavan on the phone line for more on this. Good morning, Shavan. Give us more details of what's now emerging in terms of proof.
Well, in fact, Nupur, what we do have right now in our possession is a response that went to some of the donors from Ketto. Now, that's the platform that was used by Rana Ayyub to raise the funds. In fact, what would essentially happen is that if any donor was sending across money, it would actually go to Ketto and from there to an escrow account. And finally, the money was reaching Rana Ayyub. The problem here is that, one, the money was actually not utilized for charity. That's the allegation that has been leveled by the Enforcement Directorate. And secondly, the money from Ketto's escrow account was actually going into private accounts of Rana Ayyub, as well as Rana Ayyub's family members, including her father and sister. That's what the investigation of the Enforcement Directorate essentially revealed. But once again, if you look at it, there is a direct allegation that this money that was being raised by Rana Ayyub was not being used for charity purposes, rather for personal expenses is what the Enforcement Directorate has alleged. And if you take a look at the document that we have now accessed of Ketto, that's the response that was going into all the donors who are putting. In fact, what we have also picked up, Nupur, is that there are certain private citizens who were certainly suspicious about how things were actually functioning. And the fact of the matter is that whether at all there was this money that they were donating wasn't being used for the rightful purpose. And that's the reason why there are certain private individuals who would actually flag this off to the agencies. In fact, an RTI was also filed to find out more details. A complaint was registered with the Ghaziabad police. So actually not just the agencies, but there are private citizens who have been very watchful, and they have been able to flag it off for the agencies.
Now, you know, Shavan, in this statement, the ED probe says, and I'm quoting what it says, it is clear that funds were raised in the name of charity in a pre-planned and systematic manner. So what the agency in that sense is saying that she used these funds which she had actually raised thinking how she would essentially divert it. Is that what the agency means when it says in a pre-planned manner?
Well, Nupur, just to flesh this out for our viewers, what does this essentially mean? This means that there are three campaigns that were basically started by Rana Ayyub. One was for COVID-impacted migrant laborers. The other was for flood-affected people in the state of Maharashtra, Assam, as well as Bihar. And there was another campaign that was started by Rana Ayyub. She had started this seeking more funds. In fact, foreign donations were actually sought by Rana Ayyub. We are now given to understand that this particular fund was never actually utilized for relief material or disbursement of relief material, or it could have been partially used, but not the full amount. The reason being here is that she had managed to raise almost 2.5 crore rupees. Large part of it came in from foreign contribution. We're being told that it amounts to about 80 lakh rupees. When this entire campaign came under the scanner, we are being told that she had returned the foreign contribution because she, in the beginning, never had any sort of nod from the government to receive foreign contribution to begin with. Thereafter, we are being told that there are certain domestic donations that were received. About 17 to 18 lakh rupees, Nupur, was actually already utilized for personal expenses.
Right, Shavan, thank you very much for joining us with those details.